Welcome on into the boxing rehab for us boxing junkies, known as the RT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm the host of your show. I'm a junkie just like yourself. So, what we're going to do before we start it off, we're going to support our show. I give you a thumb, bring it on back to your show, or not. It'd be nice to support your show. Now, this fight, the Towering Inferno, Nate the Great. How great is Nate going to be, man? I remember when it was a four-man circus between the new boys. Remember about, 2-3 years ago? It was Nate, Gallimore, Justin Deloach, Jamonte Clark, and Banana. Remember they all four came on the scene at the same time? They all kind of did a dance with each other. Rosario's the only one to come out on top. You know, they all fought each other. Jamonte Clark probably did decent, secondly best. And it looked like this undercard they're serving up Justin Deloach again against Levon Navarro. We'll see if Deloach could bounce back, and that's kind of what Rosario and Gallimore did. They were the B side like Deloach is now. But back to Gallimore. Gallimore and the Fundora. Besides that long sigh, believe it or not, I am highly into this fight. I am, even though none of these fighters are ranked. You got Gallimore 21-4, one draw. Sebastian 14-0-1. 6'5" and 5'11", 80-inch reach against a 73. It's not looking good for Gallimore because his last fight. You remember just a few years ago, Gallimore he upset Deloach and Rosario. Well, not really upset, but like I said, there's a four-man circuit between them. And then he just went on he fought Herrera. He knocked him out. He had a nice little 3-win streak. And then I don't know what happened between 17 and 18. He just stopped letting his hands go. Williams, he didn't let his hands go. Teixeira didn't let his hands go. Those two losses, he took a toss-up between Antonio Todd, went all 8 rounds with a 6-1 record guy, and then he didn't let his hands go against Lubin. Talked a lot of shit, but didn't let his hands go. And that is the reason why I'm heavily into this fight. I want to see if Gallimore gonna let his hands go, because this is the wrong fight not to let your hands go. So Sebastian's gonna be towering over. We've seen Sebastian. He's gonna use that reach, and eventually he's just gonna hover over you and start beating the shit out of you. He's a tall dude, but rarely does he fight his whole height and reach. So I'm picking Fundora to actually knock Gallimore. They're gonna stop the fight, I think, because the corners, the last few fights, Gallimore's corners has been saying, "Hey, do you want me to stop this fight? Throw your hands, throw your hands." They already been telling him that we're gonna stop some of your fights because he's not throwing his hands enough. And like I said, he has the jab, he has the power to really hurt Fundora, because we've seen Fundora get hit. He throw the hooks, throw the rights. If Gallimore throws his hands, I think he can knock Fundora out. I do. I just don't think he's going to throw his hands. I don't know if he reached a point where it's just about checks for him. Because they were part of the broke team. Remember, it was Greer, Gallimore, Granados, and their homeboy who died. So I don't know if that he lost that hunger and he's just getting checks, but like I said, I'm really interested in this fight to see what Gallimore does. Is he going to accept the ass whooping, or is he going to let his hands go? Like, it almost seems like Gallimore is like he don't know to be a Kevin Johnson, or he wants to fight. What role does he want to be? But like I said, I'm picking Fundora just to get him stopped. Fundora's going to stop Gallimore with just an onslaught of punches, inside body work, overhand rights, turning him like Triple G. Gallimore just won't I hope he does. It'll be a really good fight because I think he has the power to really turn the tables. But we'll see. I'm just going on his track record. His last 4 fights, his hands are not letting go. Corners asking the woman to stop the fight. So Tower Inferno by stoppage. I say ninth round. How many rounds is that fight? Is it a 10 round? I believe it was. If it's 10 round, because it's not for a title. These guys are not ranked. It's a 10 round. It'll go 10 rounds. It'll go 10 rounds. I was gonna say 8th round stoppage, but I say 10 rounds unanimous decision.